In this video, we'll look at the implementation of polynomial. So the representation of polynomial and the evaluation of polynomial and also adding two polynomials. So let us create a new project for this one. I will call the project name as polynomial and the language is C language. Let us create a project. Here is a main function. I'll clear off all these comments, hide the panels. Yes, the complete code is there in front of us. Now, the first thing that we have discussed is the representation of a polynomial. For that, we have defined two structures. The first structure is term, and this term contains coefficient and exponent. Coefficient can be either float or integer, but I am taking it as integer. So, first structure is term. Then the second structure is polynomial. So, I will just call it as poly, and this should have the number of terms in a polynomial. Then it should have structure type array of terms, and we will take a pointer because we don't know how many terms are there. So I will call this variable name as terms. That's all. This is ready. Representation is over. Now here I will write down a function for creating a polynomial. So function name is create. It should take a polynomial by reference or by address. So struct p, pointer p. Now here inside we'll ask the number of non-zero elements and also we'll take their coefficients and exponent. So first of all, I will display a message asking for number of terms. Then scanf and read the number of terms in p's variable, that is n. Now once I know the number of terms, I should create an array of terms because I have a pointer here. So dynamically I should create an array of terms. So p's terms should be assigned with malloc function I will use for creating array. So for that, term part type pointer and the function is malloc, and this should be equal to the number of elements this p is having multiplied by size of structure of terms. Yes, this will create an array in heap. As I have used malloc function, I should include stdlib header file. So I'll include here. Library is included. Now once the array is ready, I should read all the terms. So printf enter terms. Now for reading terms, I should use a for loop for reading all the terms of a polynomial. So for that, I need a variable I. So here on the top, I have declared it. Now using a for loop, I will read all the terms. I starts from 0, I goes up to number of terms, I plus plus. Then scanf, I should read two values, that is coefficient and exponent. P's terms of I should read coefficient and also I should read exponent. P's terms of I exponent. That's it. This will read all the terms. So we have taken the number of terms here, asking how many terms are there, and we created an array of terms of that size, given size. Then we are taking all the terms. That is, for each term we need coefficient and exponent. That's all. Create function is finished. Now let us have a function for displaying a polynomial. Display. It should take a polynomial structure and call by value sufficient because it's not going to modify them. Then I have to display all the list of elements, so I need a variable I, already have declared it. Now using for loop, I will display all the elements for I assign 0 and I is less than p dot number of elements, because this is call by value, remember this. Then printf, I'll print the term just like how we represent a polynomial, that is coefficient x power exponent. So for that, first I will display coefficient. So for that, first I will display coefficient, then x, then exponent, then plus for the next term. Now first value is p is a term of I dot coefficient, and second term is p is a term of I dot exponent. That's it. After end of this, I should give a new line so that I get some line gap so the output looks good. So just I am displaying a polynomial. That's all. We have a function for create, we have a function for polynomial. So here inside the main function, let us create a polynomial. Poly p1 I will take. First of all, I will call create function upon p1. So address of p1, because it's called by address. Then I will display it. So I will send p1. Let us run the program and test how it takes polynomial and how it will display it. Yes, first thing it's asking the number of terms. So I'll say there are 4 terms. Enter term. So first term coefficient is 2 and exponent is 3. Next is coefficient is 5 and exponent is 2. Then coefficient is 3, exponent is 1, and coefficient is 4, exponent is 0. So the output that we are getting is 2x to the power of 3, 5x to the power of 4, plus 3x to the power of 1 plus 4x to the power of 0. Yes. So this is not multiplication, this is x. That's what we are displaying it here. Now creation and display we have finished. Now let us write a function for adding two polynomials. So already we have discussed that on whiteboard. I will simply write on the code. Function will return a pointer to a polynomial and the function name is add. It will take the two variables of type polynomial. So call by address or call by reference, anything you can send. So I will send it by call by reference. Poly call by reference s2. Add function. Add function is taking two parameters. So then it is returning the address of summation of polynomial. So for that I need one more polynomial, that is poly sum, and it should be inside heap. So I will take it as a pointer. Then first of all I should create this summation polynomial in heap. So sum assign, using malloc function I will create struct poly pointer, and malloc function should take the size of struct poly. Now this is ready. Then inside this I should create an array of terms. So how many terms, at most how many terms may be there? At most the number of terms may be equal to number of terms in polynomial 1 and polynomial 2. It will be equal to the number of terms in these two polynomials. So I will create an array equal to that size. So sum of terms array should be equal to struct term pointer. Here I am creating an array equal to the size P1's number of terms plus P2's number of terms multiplied by size of structure of term. Yes, this will create an array. Now I have to scan through two polynomials and also generate summation. So for that I need three for loops. So for that I need three variables I and j and k. And these three variables must be initialized with all zeros. I, j and k, all three of them are zeros. Now, as we have already seen that using while loop, we can scan them and we can copy the elements. So I will quickly write on the code while I is less than P1's number of elements and j is less than P2's number of elements. Now compare and copy. For comparison, if P1's terms of I dot exponent, if that is greater than P2's term of j exponent, means first one exponent is greater than that one should be written in sum of terms of k plus plus should be copied with P1's terms of I. So if first one is greater, we'll copy the first one. Otherwise, if second one is greater, we'll copy the second one. So I will copy this code and I will modify it for second term. So if first polynomial is greater, this is greater, I'll just change the sign and I will say if it is smaller, then second polynomial's exponent. Then copy the element from second polynomial. So this should be second polynomial and this should be j and also it should be plus plus and here also it should be I plus plus. Yes, if first one is greater, copy that one, otherwise copy the second one if second one is greater. Now finally, else, it means if both of them are equal, then I should add coefficients and exponent should be same. So summation of terms of k dot exponent should be same as P1's terms of I dot exponent. So first I have finished exponent, then let us take coefficient. So terms of k plus plus I will do dot coefficient should be equal to P1's terms of I plus plus I will do dot coefficient plus P2's terms of j plus plus dot coefficient. That's all. So this loop will be comparing and copying them. Once it has came out of the loop, there may be some remaining elements either in first polynomial or maybe in second polynomial. So I should take care of copying all those elements while I is less than P1's n and I plus plus. I should copy that elements of first polynomial in terms of k plus plus P1's terms. Then same way I should do it for second polynomial also. So I will copy it and paste it here and modify this one. This is from j and this was P1. So this is P2 and this is j and sum of terms k plus plus assigned. This is P2's terms. Yeah, I missed this I and this is j. Yeah, addition of terms is finished. Now sum's number of elements should be equal to k. Then also return sum. That's all. Addition function has finished. It's a little lengthy. You have to practice this one. Now let us create two polynomials. So P1 and P2 and also for addition I will have a polynomial that is P3. Now here first we are creating first polynomial. Then we'll do one thing. We'll create the second polynomial also that is P2. After this we will call add function and take the result in P3. P3 assign add address of P1 and address of P2. Then I will display all the polynomials. So I will not write any message, just I will make sure that it comes in new line. So slash n, the first one, and after displaying first polynomial, again I will say printf, that is slash n, that is new line, and call display function upon second polynomial. Then again a new line. Then I will call display upon third polynomial and it should be dereferenced and send, that is P3. That's all. Number of terms. I'll give 3 terms for the first polynomial, and the terms are, first is power 5, power 3 and power 1 I'll give. So coefficient is 1 and power is 5. Coefficient is 1 and power is 3. Coefficient is 1, power is 1. Then second polynomial, this also 3 terms. Now power 4, 2 and 0 I will give. Coefficient in 1, power is 4, coefficient is 1, power is 2 and coefficient is 1, power is 0. Yeah, you can see that the first polynomial is 1 into x to the power of 5 and 1 into x power 3, x power 1. This is 4, 2, 0. When addition is done, I got all the terms, that is 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let me try another. Again I am running. The number of terms are 3 only. So first one is coefficient is 1 and exponent is 3. Then second one, coefficient is 1 and exponent is 2. Then third one is coefficient is 1 and exponent is also 1. Then for this also I'll give 3 terms for the second polynomial. Now the coefficients I'll give them as 5. And the first power is 2. Coefficient is 5, second power is 1. And next is power 0. Now you can see that 2 terms are overlapping, that they are having common power 2 and power 1. Let us see what happens. This is the first polynomial, that is power 3, 2, 1. Second polynomial is 2, 1, 0. And here 3 is with coefficient 1. And 2 and 1 are having coefficient 6 because this 5 and 1 is added. This 5 is added with this. This 5 is added with this 1. And the last term is just 5x0, that is 5x power 0. That's all. So this is working perfect. So you can try this program. You can find the downloadable file below the video. So if you want, you can verify your code in the PDF.